Tracking of a face mask that moves from view. Most likely you'll know how to track a face mask in Final Cut Pro, but it's tricky when the face moves from view and then returns back again. And you'll have seen tutorials where the face appears continuously on the screen, but in the real world it'll move to look away and even go off screen. This tutorial will show you how to recover the mask when it moves off the face, and then what to do when the face leaves the screen entirely. I'll quickly remind you how to activate a simple face mask and then show you how to recover the mask when the face moves from view. This interview has a brief period where the camera moves from the face and then returns. When the mask is applied, the tracking goes astray. So this is how to set up a simple face mask. Find a good full frame where the face is directly facing the camera. In the inspector, select the color triangle and select new color wheels from the No Corrections tab. At the top right, select the small square icon and add a shape mask. And you'll have the option to make adjustments inside the circle or outside the circle. Mostly the inner option is used, and that's what I'll continue to do to brighten up the face without changing the brightness of the background. Two red circles appear in the viewer. The inner ring is the full mask and the outer ring is the fade that feathers out that mask. Move the mask over the face and use the green dots to change the shape of the mask to cover the face, as well as the white rotation dot to change the angle of the mask. The trick of this type of masking is to be aware that the outer fade area is in fact part of the mask, so you need to have it as close as possible to the full mask so as not to brighten the background too much, but to be just a feathering away from the full mask. This comes with experience, and if you're new to masking, you'll need to make a number of attempts, but don't worry, we've all been there. So this is why I'm trying to short circuit the learning curve for you. And you'll find sometimes that you'll have to position the mask so that the fade from the full circle to the outer is in fact partly over the face and not just the full circle over the face. And don't forget to fade out on the skin showing at the person's neck. Once you've got the mask positioned, click the tracker button. And on the left of the viewer is now a button to analyse with double arrows pointing left and double arrows pointing right. Usually for the first track, you'd click the Analyse button and the track would analyse the whole clip. But since I know the face moves from view further down the timeline, I'm going to ask it to analyse to the left first by pressing the left arrows. The green outline indicates how the full mask will appear. When the face is no longer in view, the tracking will stop. And you can now manually move the playhead in the timeline to the right-hand end of the track that's showing above the timeline clip. To continue the tracking to the right, press the right-hand arrows and watch the position of the green outline as the face moves partly out of view, and you'll find that the green outline comes back into view slightly out of position. At this point you can stop the tracking and then manually reposition the mask, then press the arrows to continue. When the face completely moves from view, the mask will lose the face, but the mask itself will still show on the screen. You can drag that mask off the screen, and then when the face reappears, drag it back. But you'll need to reduce the frame size of the viewer to see that off-screen mask. Position the mask over the face again when it appears and continue tracking, adjusting as you go. And when you go back to check the mask, if it's out of position, you can move it manually into place and then start tracking again by pressing the arrows, and the old track will be replaced by the newly positioned mask. and you'll have noticed that I've forgotten to brighten the face. Well, that's no issue. I didn't do it on purpose, by the way. It was actually a mistake, and that can be done even after the tracking has taken place. So I'll use the mid-tones to brighten, as that's the best for skin tones. It'll brighten the whole mask, but you could use keyframes to adjust the exposure over time. But that's another lesson. If originally you found that the background was too bright or too dark, you could have selected the outside tab, and then when the circle's positioned over the face, only the background would be changed. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and press the bell.